What's happening? We are back for a very special leg day. I've got the shorts on, the fit's mad, the Jordan 6s are out. When the shorts are on, you know it's leg day. We're gonna go hard today. I wanna show you intensity. I wanna show you all of the stuff that I showed you in my back and biceps workout, but with legs, it just seems that little bit different. We're gonna go in, get a pre, and get shit popping. Hi, can I have a pre-workout, please? One and a half scoops, please. 1.5 scoops. No, my heart can't take that. Thanks, bro. I'll sort it out at the end, yeah? You sure? Don't get me in trouble now. You get yourself in trouble. What have we got in here? Which one is this? Yeah, give it on the camera. We're going the ABE one today. I'm not sponsored, I'm not affiliated, I'm not doing nothing, but meant to be good. Oh, it's ice and everything. So you get the treatment here at PMG, you know that? Oosh, sour. On the menu for today, we have got adductors, a leg extension and a seated curl superset. Then we're going to move into a laying curl, glute bridge because we've got to get that booty popping, and the most wonderful Cybex squat press. That's been like my main movement recently. And then we're going to do a belt squat, and if I can still stand up after that, I'm going to do some walking lunges. So let's get this down. It's got a little fizz to it. Let's get it on. Right. So okay, thank you, my brother. See you in a bit. I always feel like after before a leg session, there's that little bit of like nerves, a little bit of jitters in the stomach. We are kicking things off with the wonderful Atlantis adduction machine. I always start my leg day with adductors. I just think like mentally it enables me to get my head in the workout before I start doing anything like heavy and really going for it. Like I do push this movement quite heavy. Your adductors can never be too big, and they're a massive part of the leg. So if you're neglecting them, you're missing out on potentially shaping a very nice big leg. So we'll just fill this out. We'll get set up, we'll enjoy the stretch, get things moving, mentally get into the workout, wait for that pre-workout to hit me as well. So I'm thinking about the stretch at the bottom, squeezing my legs together. And I play around with my feet position as well. Nice and light, super easy. We'll just get things going. A few stretches in between sets. I've been doing this leg program now for about 4 weeks. Obviously coming off the back of an injury last year, back towards the end of 2022, I tore my medialis, which meant I couldn't train any kind of quad movements for quite some time. So I was focusing on glutes and hams, and obviously my ruptured disc in 2021 means that I can't really load my spine to do any kind of like crazy heavy leg shit. So it's all about finding ways that you can work around your injuries and still get progressive overload and find movements that work for you. And that's all I've done, and like my legs, like they haven't declined. If anything, they've actually got better just by focusing on like intensifiers and things that I can do that still enable me to get a super good pump on the legs. So put the weight up a little bit, just loosen up these hips. So I'm not really counting my reps, just feeling it out, sending blood there, a couple of little stretches in between. They've got some really nice bits of kit at this gym, which I've been, always hitting legs here. There's certain gyms that I like to go to for like certain bits of their equipment and just for certain workouts, like Bodyworks for me for back, like one of my favorites. PMG for legs and shoulders. They've got some really nice bits of kit for shoulders. I really enjoy. So super local to me as well, which is nice. Great staff, great equipment. Shout out all the team here. So this is now my third, call it a feeder set, weight increasing each time. What's happening, Ian?
Oh, an awful lot.
How are you, mate?
I think I want some new equipment in.
Yeah.
They promised me a fucking lift.
Hey, actually feeling quite warm now. Let's get some music on. Oh good, the Wi-Fi's working, thank God. I'm going to go into my top set now. I feel ready. – 102 kg. I've stacked this machine before, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm not going to show off for the camera. And now we switch on. Let's go. So for my top set, I had my feet closed. For my back off set, I'm going to drop the weight, have my feet further away, but keep the same, full stretch, big squeeze. Don't rush reps. I see a lot of people just like banging through reps in their set. Like, you want to feel every rep, like make every rep as hard as possible. Gone old school on the playlist today. Some Limp Bizkit. Limp Bizkit greatest hits. Ooh. Shout out to my fiance, training like an absolute badass. She's a freak. She trains like a nutter, look at her. Go on, Gil. Let's give her a little spot. Again. Yeah, come on, come on, come on. Good. Go on. Let's go. Yep, yep, yep. Good. Nothing sexier than your bird training like an animal in the gym. All right, back off. Big reps. Yeah. Woo. That's the start. That's how we kick things off. Now we get into straight into some nasty stuff. Superset, seated leg curl, leg extension. So I'm going to be a bit cheeky and try and reserve this machine. Let's see, I think they might be using the seated leg curl. Let's have a look. Are you starting with the seated curl, guys? Sorry? Are you starting with the seated curl? Yeah. I'm not using it. Yeah. All right, in that case, we'll go laying leg curl and leg extension, superset, and then my other movement will be seated. Sometimes you just gotta adapt and keep it moving, like no point in waiting around when you could be doing stuff, do you know what I mean? So rep ranges for this, very high. We go 30 reps, 30 reps. Weight increase next set for round 2, 20 reps, 20 reps. And then another weight increase and we'll go 10 and 10. Well, I connect nicely with that. Full stretch at the bottom. Leg extensions. Five. 30 reppers. They're not nice. Whew. A little bit of jelly legs. So for round 2, the weight will increase over there and on this. On your leg extensions, squeeze hard at the top, like the max contraction you can get. Don't just go through the motions of like stretching. Also, you'll notice when I come down, a lot of times I let it go dead stop, because that gives me a greater stretch across the quad, which is nice. It's all about the stretch, it's all about the squeeze. All right, round 2. Hey! Woo! It's nice. We like it. Final round. Oh shit. It's got quite heavy, isn't it? This one. Ooh. Hey. So I'm taking a little bit of a rest between this one because this is my last bit of the superset, so I want to get the max from it, do you know what I mean? So if that means I have to take a little bit longer to recover, that's cool, we do that. Get a nice juicy shot of these hams on this last one. All right, 10 reps. That's it, how are you? That's right. Oh man, I'm glad that's done. So my original superset I've been doing was the leg extension and a seated curl, but someone was on that, and then I usually go to the lane after because I feel like I can get a better stretch, but we're just going to swap that around today. So we'll go over to the seated and go playing around with working at different parts of the movement. So I'll hit a full stretch, come down all the way, squeeze and hold, and then I'll do some half reps and just little bits of little intensifiers that I like to play with. So let's go and hit these hammies. Just checking the positions all right. That'll do. Left hammy feels a little bit tight. Hey. Leaving it there, one set for that. Onto some booty. If I was a female influencer, I would tuck my t-shirt in here and I'd say, it's all about the glute gains, it's all about the glute gains. But I'm not, I'm a bodybuilder, but I love training glutes and hams. A lot of guys really neglect them. And like I was saying to you about the adductors, like the whole back half of your leg is your hamstring. And when you stand from the side, having a good set of glutes really changes your whole frame, especially if you're standing on stage. They say shows are won from the back, and if you've got good glutes, good hams, solid thick back, you're someone that knows how to train, I mean, posterior. So this is my go-to glute bridge movement at the moment. Booty builder, plate loaded. I've played around with doing barbell and Smith machine and everything, like, but at the moment I really enjoy this. So focus here is on stretch, squeeze, keeping the pelvis in the right position, going down. This movement, guys, it's not really about loading it up. I see a lot of girls, they do some mad weights and they ain't even got the best glute development. But obviously something's wrong if you're moving big weight and you ain't got big muscle, do you know what I mean? Three plates is where we work today, with a big squeeze and a nice stretch. I don't know if any girls will be watching this video, but if you're looking, anybody who's looking to develop their understanding of glute training a little bit more, check out Iron University. And Brett Contreras. Ben Yanes is another one who talks a lot about movements and understanding how to train glutes. It's a very, very misunderstood muscle. I'm not gonna come on here and say, oh, I know how to do this and that, and this is the best plane of movement for that. Like, my knowledge of glute training is still developing, but I look to those guys because they're the only people that seem to be sharing the correct kind of information. And you have to look at your training. If you're putting mad weight on a glute bridge and you're not developing your glutes, especially girls, because I know that's why they come to the gym a lot of time and they do a lot of lower body work, but if they're loading up the bar and they're not developing tissue, something's wrong. So you have to think about why that is and then go about changing it. If it's not working, you need to fix it. For me, not really caring about the load, thinking about the stretch, squeeze at the top of the movement and not rushing the rep, that's what really made a difference to my physique. So enough of the chit chat. We'll do a top set and a back off on here. The top portion of this rep is everything, like squeezing up and through. That's kind of how I think about it. And you might want to play around with your feet position as to where you get the best contraction of your glutes, because everybody's got different length limbs and all that kind of stuff. So, oh shit, man, I'm so pumped, I've got to stand up. What are you saying, we pumped? Woo! Man, I love training glutes. Some of you might be thinking the order of this session's a bit mad, but as I said to you in my other video, sessions should be structured around things that you need to bring up. If you're a beginner, you need to bring up everything. For me, my quads have always been quite a strong point, so they aren't the main focus of my lower body session anymore. Like, I hit them, obviously I want big quads still, I want to keep the muscle there, build them a little bit more, of course, but I needed to bring up my glutes and hams, so now everything's kind of in like a, in a good proportion. But yeah, the next movement will be where we do some like proper stuff. That's the fun bit, where we move some weight. Oh man, them glute squeezes. Oh, my ass. Hey. And then what I tried to do at the end of that set was working the top part of the movement with like what I called a poop scoop, where you're just opening and squeezing. But I overcooked the first portion of that set, so I didn't get much out of it. This is what training to failure looks like, in case you didn't know. No more squat press. We're gonna do some belt squat with like constant tension, wide stance, and then we're going home. I told you this bit was the hardcore bit. You thought the whole workout was gonna be all like, "Ooh, you don't train that hard." It's hard when it needs to be hard. I don't know what's harder, the set or having to unwrap this leg press. Oh, fuck. You know I was gonna quit on number 8, and then you came around for that nice shot, and I was like, fuck, I better do one more. All right, my final exercise, belt squat. Amazing movement for me, because like I said, I can't load my spine. And I had a few people try and get onto me when they saw a video of me doing leg press and locking out. If that's what you've always done with your movement, as in go all the way down and all the way up to the top, that's completely fine. If you're not somebody who's ever locked out before, then you probably don't always have like the strength in the knee to do that. I wouldn't suggest suddenly starting, putting your top set on and locking out every set, but something that is important to remember, greater range of movement equals greater hypertrophy, meaning the greater your ability to grow muscle, okay? So more stretch, more muscle, that's always the principle that I've always applied to my training. So I've been doing this for a long time, guys, all right? So don't get onto me, because I just don't want to hear it. Belt squat here, like I said, I did the lockout on the leg press. This is going to be a constant tension movement. So I'm going to go down and stop just before lockout. And I'm trying to really think about the outer sweep of the quad here to make that really bellow out and get some big ass legs, you know what I'm saying? So let's get this done. This will be quite pumpy, stretch, no lockout. Top set, back off, and then we're out of here. Final set. you don't walk like this after leg day, you've done it wrong, fam. Ah. Ha ha ha. I feel sick. Ah, fuck. Final set. K-trap and heady one. Daily duppy. Ah. The legs are so pumped. Right. The one. The outro's coming soon. Give me a sec. Thanks for watching my leg day. It's a great motivation having the camera in. I've got to tell you, these are just a selection of exercises that I've been using for the last few weeks now that I'm really starting to see progress on, and I'll keep this leg program in for a fair few weeks. I enjoy it. It's not causing me any niggles or injuries. I'm working around the things that I've already previously been injured, and I can progress these lifts without hurting myself, which is always nice. Um, I've really been enjoying trying to bring you guys longer form content and trying to display the intensity that you should be training at if you're serious about building muscle. Anything else from me? Keep up to date on the Instagram at Beefy and Bald, TikTok Beefy and Bald. Tons of content coming at you for the new year. We're in the diet phase right now. Weight was 106 kilos this morning, so I'm well on track to being absolutely killed at 100, and we'll see. Looking at a few show dates, but don't tell anyone. Let's have a little look at the pub. Oh, fuck. Just get this belt off me. Thanks for watching and see you all soon.